and welcome back. This is going to be a quick pick-a-card reading about what is about to be revealed to you. So we have 3 cards. The World, Caring Connections, and Angel of Balance. So starting with pile 1, the World. What is about to be revealed to you? Victory. So this already feels like you've won something, but you're waiting to find out, and you're gonna find out that you won. Like maybe it was a competition, or it feels like something like a raffle, something you entered hoping you would be the winner, and you're gonna find out that you did. Let's see what else. Community and the thinking fool. So this is going to be something that you weren't really planning for it. You were kind of just in perfect alignment, and it's not something that you put a lot of pressure behind or a lot of thought or a lot of, it was just like, it felt kind of random, or just not random, but it felt like it just came out of nowhere, but in a way everything happened perfectly. And so like maybe you had to guess something to win, like call on the radio and guess, and you weren't really sure about the answer, but you figured you would try it and you ended up winning, something like that. It's like you didn't put that much, or you didn't think you put much thought behind it, but it was actually a perfectly aligned, I'm hearing serendipitous type of situation. So let's see what else. 10 of Swords reverse. And I also feel like your luck is changing, and that's what's going to be being revealed to you. Is now it's like you used to try so hard and get a little bit, and now you're not even trying, or it's not that you're not trying, because you've done so much work without realizing you were working to be able to do this. But it's like you don't have to put too much effort. You don't have to exert more than you have or more than you want to give. And it just flows to you so easily with so much less effort. But this way is much more balanced, because before it was not an equal give and take, and now it is. And I feel like that's what's being revealed to you. I feel like this already happened, but maybe you didn't really understand it or believe it or accept it for whatever reason. 313, and you could just start to feel like you finally accept that things could be. You could have been someone who your whole life you just felt unlucky and you just felt cursed, or you just kind of accepted, I guess I'm just not one of those people who's born like under a star, or whatever they say. Like you just didn't feel chosen or blessed. You just felt the complete opposite. And so it would have been, if someone were to tell you, like, let's say you went to get your palm read, and they're like, you're destined to have everything you want and for things to come easy to you, you would be like, this is a scam, this is fake, that's not me, that's not my life. But it's like now you're finally starting to, that's what's being revealed to you, is you accepting that you are this lucky person, and whatever your life has been up until this point, it doesn't matter. It can be anything. Like, it doesn't have to be the same. That doesn't have to be who you are or who you were. Also, 420 could be a significant date, or Taurus could be significant. Okay, let's see what else. There's so much gold and like gold and orangish, like this confidence, it feels like money. It feels like Vegas. Like you just go to Vegas for fun. Maybe a friend invites you, and then you just gamble for fun and you end up winning, and you weren't even expecting to. You were just trying to have fun and you end up winning so much. But there's this non-attachment to it, which is important to recognize. There's this, I don't need it. That's why it's so easily coming to me. And that's the key, and that's the trick, and that was the missing piece, is it comes without me having to try when I don't need it. Because that need is in its own way the thing blocking it. Like, that's the block, is the need, the saying, I won't be okay without it, I have to have it. And that also goes along with victim mentality and all these ways that people really self-sabotage themselves, which could have been all you knew, and it could have been how your parents were, so that's what you learned, and no one ever showed you another way, so you had to figure it out all on your own. But you have. Whatever the case is for your life, you've reached this point where you are creating your own luck, and it's good. You're creating good luck. You know how to do this now. And this also was something that wasn't really planned. It wasn't something you thought you were trying to do. It just kind of happened out of nowhere. And that's supposed to be a theme of your life, is things just unfolding perfectly without you having to try or force it. Like, there's so many things that are destined for you, but they can only happen that way. So when you're in that energy of just allowing, and in that receptive, divine feminine energy, that's really when all these things can happen for you. And I feel like that's where you are, and now you're finally accepting that. And that's what's being revealed to you right now. Anything else? Seven of Wands in reverse. All the confusion is clearing. All the, where is this leading me? Why am I going through this? Why am I experiencing all the confusion? Even if you chose to do it anyway, there was still a lot that you didn't know, and that it was frustrating for you not to know. But that's all also being revealed to you because you don't need to know anymore. It's like if you're dying to know a secret and someone just won't tell you, and then years later you've forgotten about it, you don't even care, and they tell you, and you're like, oh, huh. Like, you don't even care anymore about knowing the secret. It doesn't mean anything to you. But that doesn't mean the things that you really wanted and that were important to you, you're going to get them now, but you won't enjoy them. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just this, you're not attached. You're not a slave to it, a victim to it. And Nine of Swords in reverse. If you've battled with anxiety or overthinking, just feeling always worried, spleen issues even, this is all over. This is all ending now. You've beat anxiety, you've beat living like feeling like you're under this thing that has control over you. And it was all, it's like everything wasn't perfectly aligned. Everything was running, but things were not aligned right, so it wasn't running properly, and damage was being caused. Like, I'm imagining a car with like parts that they're not put in the correct place, so it still runs, but it's not running well, and it makes weird sounds, and it needs these adjustments. It could run well and perfectly as it should, but it needs these adjustments. And like, these adjustments have been made in your life, and now you can run as you were made to, and things will feel right, and things won't feel like you're always against the grain. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay, pile 2, which is Caring Connections. Let's see what we get for you. What is about to be revealed for you or to you? So this definitely, already by the card, I was already thinking of this as like the relationship pile. And so people who are in any type of relationship, whether that's physical, spiritual, we're probably drawn to this pile. But this can also be the relationship you have to yourself. So it doesn't have to be a complete other person. And then the first card, I'll take that one away. The first card coming up is Action. And it has these dual And it always reminds me how like one is running and one is walking, in a way like a chaser runner dynamic, but not exactly. It's more like in a race, like I'll walk and take a rest, but I'll still keep going, but I'll just chill, and then you go, and then when you need to rest, I'll go. And it's like this perfect, I'm hearing like in tandem, like working, just working as a system where it's this give and take, this balance of give and take, this like both doing their parts and then working together to create something new. And so I feel like whatever relationship or relationships you've been working on lately, even if that's just to yourself or maybe your relationship to food, or it could be anything. So don't limit what relationship could mean here. Whatever significant relationships you've been working on in your life. I'm also hearing relationship to money. Someone's been working really hard on that. And like not having a fear of money, not having this love-hate, not having this judgment of money, all of that. So whatever relationships you've been working on, now is the time when it's like you've put your work in, and now it's going to be reflected back to you, all the work that you've been doing. So it's all been inwardly done, and now it's going to be taking action. It's like now the universe steps in to take the action that only they can. So you've done your part, and now, in a way, it's like you're this black horse here. Like, okay, now I can walk for a bit. Like you're still going, but you're just chilling for a minute while this white horse, which could represent spirit, takes over. But also you're supposed to remain in this balanced energy, this balanced feminine, masculine energy, but the masculine's meant to rest too. So the masculine, it's almost like your inner feminine and masculine are on vacation together right now. Neither of them is working, but they're both relaxing, and spirit is taking over because they've both been doing so much work, and now they're just relaxing, which is really what the feminine, is meant to do anyway, to relax and to receive. She's not meant to fight or to always be in this state of like fight or flight or trying to survive or get the basic needs. That's not where her time is best used. And so now that the inner masculine is, anyway, I'm going too much onto that. It's not that important. You get the message. So let's see what else. So I don't get that card a lot. Action. Door to romance. Okay, so this is definitely could be a romantic relationship for you, but I'm also hearing okay, I'm struggling to talk right now. Whatever other relationships you've been working on, like how I said, relationship to food, relationship to money, anything like that, these are all helping you to attract a romantic partner, or if you already have one, helping to deepen your relationship with them, because these are things that only you could heal. Someone else can't heal them for you. And if you expect someone else to, or if you like are in a relationship and you're not actively healing these things, you're just projecting them, it's not going to be the relationship that you want and that you deserve. So you were healing these things first, healing these relationships you have, so that you can attract a more pure relationship to you, one without all these extra hang-ups and red flags and like issues to mirror your issues. It won't be like that. So the thinking man came up, and I believe that came up in the last pile too. But this one feels like the other energy. So this feels like a masculine energy. And this could also be, if you identify more with the masculine energy, this could be you, or it could also be a feminine who's more in their masculine energy. So just take it how it resonates for you. But this is a masculine, a logically thinking energy at the moment who's actually manifesting you. So, and it feels like an interesting mix of science and spirituality. And what I mean by that is this person has a very logical approach, like a very like science, not like facts over beliefs or over all these things, religion, whatever. Like they like facts. They like things that can be proven, things that are tangible, that they can see, feel. That's what they usually believe in. But this person also, because their mind is so analytical and logical, it in a way understands some of the divinity of like sacred geometry and like the laws of the universe. It's this interesting blend of science and logic and spirituality, which of course everything is blended, but in this world it's made to seem like it's opposites. But this person, it's like they're using these, in a way, you're the, not that you're the missing piece, because people are whole, have to be whole and then come together to have this healthy relationship. But it's like they are able to connect to spirituality from a very logical way. And you may be able to do that also in some ways. But you also have the ability to connect in an emotional way. And it's like it creates the triangle or the circle or whatever shape. It doesn't even matter. It's just like you both have these different aspects that you naturally, like the ways you naturally interpret the world around you. And they're different, but they're complementary to each other. And now you're both really acting in these energies. And it's like you both can bring these new elements to the world. Like this can be one way. Because I'm getting that for a long time, things have been too separate, like science, religion, spirituality, and they've all been very limited. And like people, if you mention any of those words even, people already have an idea in their own mind about what that is. So there's a lot of limits around these types of things. But you and this person, one reason you're meant to come into union and be together, and what you're meant to share with the world is that these things don't have to be this or that. It can be this and that. And there can be a little bit of this and some of this and mixed with this. It doesn't have to be so limited. You're here to break those limits and by your existence, because your existence would like, it would, I can't think of the word, but disprove, I guess. It would disprove that these things are all separate because you guys are existing in the connectedness of it. So your existence proves the separateness. So you guys definitely have a big mission on Earth, which is why so much work had to be done separately and on yourself, so that when you come together, this is not an average relationship. This is not every other relationship you see. This is one that's meant to change the world and shape the new world. So that's why it had to take more work, and both of you had to be in higher places, I'm hearing, in your own journey and in your own self, like had to be higher versions of yourself to be able to handle this and to come together and do it in the best way. Your spirit had to grow up a little and learn some things before you could come together, but it feels like now that's happened, and that's why action is ready to be taken. But again, it's not action by you. This is now spirit bringing this all together. And I'll pull just one more. Okay, the goddess of the moon in reverse. This is secrets coming out. This is all, not just secrets in your personal life, but secrets in the world. Secrets, these are energetic secrets. These are energies that have been hidden. It's not just like a word secret. It's like actual physical energy that's been kept hidden and secret that is emerging, and it's all connected. As it emerges in your life, it emerges in the world. As it emerges in the world, you can recognize it even in your own life. So even though I said that was the last one, I just want to pull one more from this other deck. Seven of Swords in reverse. You're going to be able to know for certain. There were a lot of things that you had to trust, but now you've learned how to trust your intuition and not need physical evidence. Now that you've mastered that, you're going to actually see the physical evidence. So get prepared for everything to physically manifest that you've been working on for literally lifetimes. Okay. 2020 also, you can look that up, and there could be some significance about the year 2020. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. All right, getting into pile 3, which was carrying connections. No, that was pile 2. Okay, so if you felt drawn to pile 2, check that out. This is pile 3, Angel of Balance. And let me just shuffle a bit. So for pile 3, Angel of Balance, what is about to be revealed to them? Rest and rejuvenation. This is funny because I instantly felt calm when I started to do this pile, and I was just picking up on this blue of the blanket, the blue in here, the blue. It's just, there's just a lot of energy in the other piles, and this one is like, I can just relax with this one. Like I can breathe. So right now you might want to just take a deep breath if you wanted to do that. Your throat is open. Your body is very clear and clean and healthy right now. It's in a very good state. All your cells are very happy is what I'm hearing. They're very like in their perfect state, but experiencing something new. It's like cells usually couldn't experience emotions, or not in a way, but now your cells are actually feeling happiness specifically. So this feels like this calmness that is, if you're not already feeling this, you are about to, and that's one thing about to be revealed. Also 222, you could be seeing a lot. You have earned this balance and this relaxation. You have worked for it, and it's almost like, you know how the idea of heaven is, you have to do your best and follow these rules and whatever the case may be, whatever you believe, and it's somewhere you earn, right? By like doing certain work and doing certain things and acting in a certain way, you can earn your place in this amazing, perfect world or plane of existence called heaven. So this, where you're at or where you're about to step into, it's a similar concept as, this is literally, again, in the spirit, you can't pay the person at the door and get in when you're not on the list. The only way to reach this plane of existence is to earn it and to work for it. And you have, like, nobody can exist here without doing that work. And you've made it, like you're in this exclusive VIP, but it doesn't even feel like that because it's this calm, it's just a very like peaceful perspective. It feels like it's in between water and air. Like you're existing in this air that it's somehow watery, like it's somehow fluid. It's not so hard and rough. It's more flexible. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Let's see. So what's about to be revealed? Or for this one, it feels like this is being revealed. It's not about to be revealed. It's already right now being revealed to you. Man holding a coin. So you're gonna reach, if you're somebody who you've wanted to be like a shaman or a yogi or one of those, or like a monk, or someone who their life is dedicated to spirituality and to their spiritual path and journey, and they're not Like you could be someone who does not want to deal at all with worldly things. You don't want to, you could be someone who's like, I hate capitalism and like having to work, and I just want to live off grid. I just want to, like, I don't, if you're resonating with that, this is definitely your pile. And I'm getting that what's about to be revealed to you is that you're being detached from the physical world. So you're not going to have to, like, however it'll come, you'll never have to worry or think about it. And on the outside, it may seem like maybe you decide even if it doesn't have to do completely with spirituality, maybe you just want to live your own way or your own life. Maybe you don't want to be like a guru necessarily or something like that, but you just want to travel the world, be a backpacker or live in the van life or anything like that. But you just want to do things your way and not the way that society says you have to, or that it's like you feel so forced, like this is the only option, and you never wanted to feel forced to live a life you don't even want. So you're getting the opportunity to be cut off from needing those. Like you've made it to this place where that's going to be taken care of, and you can trust that, and you can actually spend your energy and your time on what is important to you and what does matter to you, because it feels like soul killing to have to focus on what you don't care about. Maybe you felt that way in school. Maybe you even, this is really specific, but I'm seeing someone who joined the military like right out of high school, like very young. And it was just not at all what you were expecting, or you saw a whole other side of things, and it really made you not want to be any part of that. And if you don't relate to the military, it's that maybe you started going to college for a certain degree, or you really thought one thing was going to be your path, but you quickly realized when you were in it that it wasn't for you and it wasn't what you thought it would be. And it kind of gave you this bigger picture of like the whole system, and that you don't want to be a part of it, something like that. So, and you've been working really hard on not having to care about these things, because maybe you had certain obligations or certain responsibilities that you just had to take care of, and as much as you didn't want to, you just had to. And maybe for someone specific, you're a parent, and the way you want to raise your kids is completely different, and it's like you feel it in your soul, like that's what you're supposed to do and that's what your children need from you. But maybe for some reason you had to keep them in a school you didn't want to, or do something with them that it wouldn't be your choice, but it's like you're being broken free from that. Maybe you were dealing with the other parent and they were not agreeing, or they wanted to do things differently and you had to for some reason. Whatever the case may be, you are no longer going to have to deal with this thing anymore. You're not going to have to give your energy to it. You're not going to have to compromise yourself anymore. And that's what's being revealed to you. And it's like you've earned this level. You've made it here because you chose over and over and over again to do what you had to do to get to this place. You put in the work, and then you got here, because that has to happen. I mean, if you keep doing it, you eventually get here. That's just how it goes. So let me pull one more. These piles did not, especially this one, it did not go in the direction. I could not have predicted this. And that could be significant in some way. So if you've always felt like you had, I'm hearing low-key depression, like you always were, or maybe people described you as melancholy, or you just had this like sad soul about you, it's because of having to compromise and having to live against the grain of who you are. And so that's all. If you maybe at some point you kind of accepted or just thought that's just my personality, that's just my astrology sign, or whatever you use to just say that's just how I am, it's like that's going to be lifting. And it's something like how I said, this pile turned out in a way I didn't expect, This is something you didn't expect. You expected to live with it. You had already accepted it. You're not expecting, you weren't even trying to work on making it go away because you weren't even thinking or expecting that it could or would. But it is lifting. That is something you can expect. That's being revealed. That will go away as you no longer have to give your energy to that which just doesn't feel right to you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.